Little Ashley.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good.
Good.
Hi, guys.
So we heard Kurt talking about, being ready to play some real games. It's finally actually like real game week. How do you guys feel you are in terms of readiness to start the actual season?
I'm excited. I think we've had a really competitive training camp. Everyone is bought in to what Kurt is trying to do and the coaches. And, we're just excited for each other. We know we've had an experience playing Phoenix and the scrimmage, and we know it's going to be a completely different team. But at the same time, I think the last two preseason games that we've had have been very good for us in terms of where we need to clean things up on the offensive end and defensive as well. But I think we're in a great position and we're trending forward. So I'm really excited for Friday.
You both were here last year. What's different?
Everything.
You've been here longer, so I'm gonna let you.
You both were here last year, though.
Yeah, but I
think everything is different. New faces, new places. But I think the coolest thing about this year is that all we have to do is go out there and hoop and just play basketball. We've got a great, place we're practicing. The people here at El Camino have been super supportive. We have a great coach. We have a great system. And just we have comfort in that organization. And so I think the professionalism, the basketball, like everything has been on point. It's now just like we're excited to play because it's been a long training camp.
Chiney, Lexi said
goodness.
she remembered the plays from when she was back with Kentucky.
Oh.
Are they still the same for you?
I mean, I'm not trying to give anybody an edge, but Kurt has a style. Yeah, Kurt has a style and he has a system. And I think it's universal in the sense that it's a lot about spacing. It's a lot about pace. And that's what a lot of teams and shapes. Yeah, he's got a lot of words that we're learning and phrases. And there are some things from Connecticut that are very similar from his time there, from when I was with him too. But there are a lot of things that are different because it's different players and different tendencies and different times people want the ball, different defensive mentalities. So I think it's great because it's he has a system that evolves with his players. And I think that system for us is going to be amazing.
Jordan, when you're changing systems, is it harder to forget the old system or to learn the new?
I mean, for me, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter for me. I'm able to adjust to any new system. I think for me, it's easier to learn a new system than it is to remember an old one. At least with Kirk, I like the system that we have, and so I'm able to pick things up quickly. But also, me being a point guard, it's easier for me to remember things because that's my job. So it's not hard for me at all. But
What'd you learn about yourself last season?
I had to have more confidence in myself. Sometimes I kind of just let myself slide a little bit last year. And I think this year coming into, a different team, different coaches, I have to have that confidence. I have to bring that leadership now that I am a vet. I call myself that. I have to bring a different type of mentality and, just getting back to my old self. And I think playing in AU definitely helped me do that. So just trying to continue what I did in AU, bringing it here with my leadership and being more, mentally locked in and focused and knowing that when I step on the court, I can do anything and just have to have that mentality throughout the season this year.
What about that league seems to empower players so much? Because you're not the first person to say that after playing in that league, they feel invigorated and more confident than ever.
Honestly, I think it gives us the freedom to play like ourselves. Oftentimes you get lost in certain systems when you're in the W, or maybe you're not playing in the right role that will be able to, exploit how good of a player that you are. And so I think in AU, you're just playing freely. There is no system. You're not worried about my role. You're just going out there and you're playing. And for me, that's what was good about being in that league, is that I was just able to just block everything out and just hoop and play basketball and have fun and play with also people that, you don't play with in a W and get to build friendships. And it's just fun all around. And I think that also helps.
Can you both kind of talk about the importance of 3-point shooting this year? How important do you think that's going to be for this team's success?
Yeah, I think we're a team that moves a lot with pace. We have a lot of athleticism from guards to the post. And I think the best way to play positionless basketball is to be able to shoot the ball. But I think it starts with confidence. One thing we know about Kurt is that he knows how to bring the most and the best out of his players. And I think he's confident in all of us. And so being able to knock down shots is key. I mean, one thing we know is I think we're very confident in our defense, and building that offensive trust in each other and also in ourselves is something that we'll have to deal with, and grow throughout the course of the season. But I think our team, I mean, I'm really excited with where we are on both ends of the ball. And I think a lot of people will be excited to see what we look like come Friday.
Jordan, what about you? Because some teams may want to give you a 3-point shot.
Oh, I mean, I'm ready to shoot. I mean, Chris said today in practice, he's like, "You're gonna shoot this more this season," and I was like, "Yes." So
You
I mean,
didn't say yes. You
I
said,
did- I did say
you
yes.
said amen.
Well, amen.
I heard you.
But yeah, I mean, I know that's something that, people been talking about constantly throughout my career, and I know I can shoot the ball.
Yep.
It's just like C said, having the confidence to do it, and I definitely have the confidence this year. So you'll see me take a lot more.
If we
threes
pass
this
those
year.
shots, people are yelling at
Yeah.
us. So it's going to be fun.
Chiney, you played for Kurt now in 2 franchises. What do you think makes him so good in this league?
His attention to detail. Like, he does not, I hope he gets more rest with the sunshine and the ocean. I hope he takes that in. But his attention to detail, and he just is so he's big into preparation. And I think it's that, also his basketball IQ, being someone that has been a head coach for 20 plus years, and also seeing how the game has evolved and seeing where the game is going for us. He has it all from a coaching standpoint. Now, also he talks about areas he wants to improve. No one here is immune to improvement, and I think acknowledging that, allowing us to go on this journey together is really cool. So, I mean, it's funny. A lot of people are like, oh, he makes the same assumptions about me from when I was in Connecticut. I was like, it's been 4 years, and same thing with him. I make assumptions about him. Oh, back then it's like, no, we do things differently. It's cool to see how we have grown on and off the court.
Sounds like you're saying that, even with his experience, he's maturing as a coach.
I think he would say it himself. I think it's cool when you have your coach acknowledge that, hey, I am here and I know what I know, but I also know that I can grow. And I think that sort of trickles down to all of us saying, hey, we all are pros and we're all playing at a high level, but we can also grow and have that hunger and desire. Every time we go out there, he sees it as an opportunity for us to get better in the details and the little things. And I think that attitude is contagious. So now we're all like focused on the same thing. Like, how am I going to get better incrementally every day? And that starts with him.
Did you work out with Susan again?
Yeah, she's the best. Susan, Michael Casey, Fabrice Gauthier, those are like my people.
Last two before Zoom.
I just had one last one. Sounds like everybody's saying the right things, everybody's playing well and things like that, but the fans are gonna say, like, you can say whatever you want, but they're gonna want you to make the playoffs because you haven't made it the last 2 years. This franchise hasn't. Is that motivation?
I mean, of course it's motivation, but at the same time, of course we love the support from our fans and everyone that is pouring into the Sparks, but at the same time, we have to think this is a team and we're only concerned about us and getting better. And obviously that's anyone's goal to make the playoffs. But like we said in the huddle, and we say it every day, that we got to focus on each other and we got to focus on how the Sparks can get better. And if we do that, then we'll get to the playoffs.
Thank you.
Any more questions? Okay. Going on to Zoom, we'll start off with Edwin Garcia.
Hi, my first question is for Chiney. You talked last season about playing more of a point forward role, handling the ball, shooting from deep. Have you brought that up with Kurt at all? And what's the response been, if you have?
I mean, I haven't brought it up with Kurt, but Kurt knows me. He knows I'm good for a play. Like, what is she doing? Oh my gosh. Okay. So, I mean, that's one thing that JC said. We have a lot of freedom, especially within his system. And so he knows that if I feel confident and empowered, I might go do something. I might make a mistake, but I'll learn through it. And we've seen it in camp a couple of times. I'll go and make the play, but then I'm like, oh, what happens next? So yeah, I mean, one thing I know about Kurt, as long as you play hard, he lets you play hard. And that comes with, sometimes you make mistakes to learn how to make shots and make plays. And so I'm excited for to have those moments where I look at him like confused.
And then for you, Jordan, how do you balance, you mentioned yourself as a veteran now. How do you balance the fact that you're preparing for a game on Friday, but there's going to be roster cuts up until Thursday and not really maybe 100% knowing who's here and who's not. How do you balance that when you have a game maybe like 24 hours after that becomes official?
I think everybody here at camp understands what's going to happen in the next couple of days. And, we're not worried about that. We're going to be worried about the people that are here. And so everybody's locked in on what we need to do to focus for Friday. And so it's just personally me, like, I'm focused on how I could be better for Friday, what I can do to bring that leadership, that spark, and that energy. And I'm sure everyone else has that mindset as well, knowing that there are going to be cuts being made, but that's not our main focus. Our main focus is Phoenix on Friday and getting ready for the home opener.
Thank you.
Next question, Michael.
Yo, what's up, ladies? So this is for both of you guys. With training camp coming to an end, what is the biggest thing that you guys learned about this team going into the season, and what things can you carry over to the season to make sure it's a successful beginning?
That's an easy answer. This team is a team. Like, we don't have egos. We don't have people coming in with these ideas of what we should be doing or not. We're bought into a system and we are a team. And I think that's so refreshing, because in the pros, it's never a guarantee that you have the ability to operate knowing that it's like basketball in its purest form. And that's what I love about camp. We're learning each other. We're learning through some of the, bumps and bruises, but I love the fact that we're a team and everyone out there like wants the next person that they're playing with, their teammate, to play well. And so that's what I think will translate. And so when we ask about, expectations for the playoffs or X, Y, and Z, I think Sparks fans are going to love that they're going to see team basketball out there of people that are grateful and excited and hungry to be successful. But more so, it's like these women just love to hoop and they love to hoop for each other. And I think that energy is going to bring a lot of people together this year. Nah, you good.
I mean, yeah, she basically said what I was going to say, but also just that we're very selfless. Like, everyone wants to see everyone do well. We want to push each other to be the best that we can be. And like she's saying, to the team aspect, like, that's what we really need. And that's actually one of our pillars is to be selfless. We're sharing the ball, we're getting the right shots. And so that's what a team is all about. So I just love that we come in here and everybody wants to see everyone do well. And we're really very, very selfless in that aspect. So that's what I love. And that's what I've learned.
And then my second question for you guys, we know Friday is going to be such a big moment. The return of BG playing, and, this game is going to be so many eyes on you guys. What's the excitement level for you guys and the team to be playing in such a big time game, at home here in LA?
I think we're excited, but more so we're focused, because we all know, fortunately, we've all come from great basketball backgrounds, whether it's UCLA or, Stanford. Like, we know what it's like to be on a big stage. And I think we don't take it for granted. And we're really excited to be a part of that moment. But at the end of the day, it's a basketball game. And I think we're really excited to play our first one, because it's been a long camp. And to be able to have a little bit of familiarity, get to hang out with BG, DT, and the crew a little bit in preseason and go sort of see what it feels like before this huge moment on Friday. I think that was really good for us. But I'm just excited to play a basketball game, and also, to be a part of such a special moment kicking off the season, and especially for this league and for BG herself.
Final question, Willie Ramirez.
Deny.
I'm sorry, really.
Deny.
First block of the year.
Yeah. Oh,
Hey
shit.
ladies, Jordan, good to see you. It's been a minute since Athletes Unlimited. Well, my question is for Shanae. You've been in the league for a minute, but when you're not in the league, you are also a voice for basketball, a member of the media. And I'm curious now, as a teammate of De'Aaron Hamby, today the WNBA handed down some penalties to the Las Vegas Aces. How important is it for them to make a statement in some fashion? In terms of upholding the integrity for the players of this league and the allegations that were put forth?
Well, I think it's two-part. It's important for players' voices and thoughts and feelings and emotions and life experiences to be heard. So to be able to see that, she was heard in a platform, that makes me feel good. But also, we're just here to support her. I mean, Dee is someone that I've known since she got into the league. She's a year younger than me, and we've been close friends back until her San Antonio days. And to be able to be there to support her, our whole team, our whole organization, from KB and Kurt to all of our teammates, to everyone. I mean, hanging out with a Mayan legend has been so much fun. And just getting that, reality check of, she's a badass woman, as a mom, as a, someone that has been such a force on the court as well, to be able to support her through this. I think that is a gift that, as friends, it feels like I'm glad that we've all been collectively here for her. And I think, I'm lucky, we're lucky to have her as a teammate, and we will protect her at all costs.
That's perfect. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.